And here we go. Hello, everyone. Oh, my stars. The first Renewed Hope Team Zoom in January 2021. So exciting. So many faces on here. I can tell you guys are ready to get started. You are ready to rock 2021. You are ready to hit your goals. Just you being here shows that you guys are fired up and that you are excited about reaching your health goals, continuing this health journey, reaching your business goals, impacting lives. I can tell you guys are ready to impact lives. And I'm so excited for you and I am so inspired by you. So, thank you for showing up. If this is your first Zoom, hello, we are so excited you're here. We have added quite a few people over the last couple months, and we like to do a welcome section to our Zoom. And we like to just welcome people and kind of just give you a little bit of a tour, give you a little tour of our Facebook group and of resources that are available to you. So let's go ahead and dive into that. First off, let me show you through screen sharing what are some resources available to you so that you know what you have. First of all, take a look at all the people that are here. You have an amazing team. And there's ones that aren't here that they are, ready and willing to help you. So our Facebook group, let me go ahead and screen share. Give me 2 seconds. Doop de doop de doo. Here we are. Our Facebook group is Renewed Hope. Renewed Hope is our Facebook group. And in here, you can ask questions. You can share information. This is your group. This is your community. And we want to be here to fight for you, to support you, and help you achieve your goals. So down here, the pin post changes every month. This is your powerhouse of information for what's up for that month. So, January, here's all the events, the promotions, and announcements. This is what I kind of call our Plexus news. So, get up in the morning, read through this. This is your Plexus news. You can find everything you need to know from corporate. This says for December, and that should say January. So, ignore that. It should say January. And links to the corporate January calendar and previous webinar recordings. So we have Monday webinars, we have Wednesday webinars, and these are where the recordings are. If you're like, oh man, I missed that recording or that webinar, you can go right here. It is always at the top of our page. It's every single month. You will have access to where the webinar recordings are. So they're right here. This is awesome. So you don't have to be like, hey, who caught that webinar? Who did this? Where is it? It's right here just for you. And if you know somebody else who wanted to see it and they didn't catch it, go here and share this link so that they can be empowered as well. All right, so in here, see, there we are live. Hello. So in here, we have all kinds of information. Mitzi is amazing for posting great info. Margaret gets in here and she posts about Thankful Thursday. And then we've got I pop in here. My goal is to pop in at least once a week and just share with you guys. We celebrate people coming in for the first time. It's just such a wonderful place of community. Testimonies in here. Tony does an amazing job of Testimony Tuesday. So guys, there's just a ton of information in here. Also, in our units is a place where you can find info. This is going to be cleaned up. One of my goals as part of the beginning of this year is to get our units cleaned up and simplified. So that is on our to-do list and we will be cleaning this up. But one thing you can find in here is all kinds of information. And one that I love to point out is our deaf resources. This is information all in American Sign Language. It's all interpreted just for you guys. You can share it with other people. You can utilize it to become familiar with all things Plexus. So that is in here, lots of different resources. Couple other pages I just want to point out to you guys. And if you miss something that I'm saying, please keep in mind that this is going to be recorded, so you'll be able to watch this again. All right, a couple of places I want to point out to you. The Plexus Ambassador community page. This is a wonderful thing for all things Plexus ambassadors. It's got some great videos and info, and closed captioning is usually good. If it's not, point it out to me and let me know, because we have connections on letting people know, hey, this video did not have closed captioning. So, and trust me, we are working on them to start having interpreters. So we're fighting for you, and we're fighting for that access, and educating Plexus Corporate as often as possible. Okay, so Plexus Ambassador Community is just awesome general information for all things Plexus ambassadors. Okay, but we also have a Plexus New Ambassador Academy. Guys, this is where it's at. This right here is Genevieve Scory, and she's an amazing woman. And she loves to empower ambassadors to reach their goals. She is like a powerhouse of encouragement and motivation and focus. Like, I cannot speak highly enough of Genevieve. She's wonderful. And Brandon, just so you know, her sign name is G, and she wears her bangs. So that's Genevieve. That's her sign name. The deaf community has given that to her. So there you go. So she's wonderful. There's a bunch of information in here. Guys, plug in here every single day to grow your business. See what Genevieve has posted. See what's happening. This is a powerhouse of information for growing your business. So that's, again, Plexus New Ambassador Academy. And I don't care if you're a new ambassador or if you've been with a company for 5 or more years. This is where you want to come to grow your business. The encouragement here is amazing. All right. Now I want to kind of focus in a little bit more on our customers. If you just signed up for wholesale because you wanted the deepest discount, that's how I got started before I started working the Plexus business. I signed up because I wanted the best sale, and I had no intention of working. I just wanted to get my products, and I wanted to get the best price. So if that's you and you're not interested in working, no problem. I just want to point out a couple of resources for you. One of them is Health and Hope. I'm sorry, Health and Happiness Lounge. Nope, I'm getting this wrong. Hold on just a second. La la. Health and Hope. I think this is, nope, hold on a second. It just popped up when I was searching for it. I think this is it. There it is. Health and Hope. This is a little bit of a smaller group than the next one I'm going to show you, but this has an amazing abundance of testimonies and information that has been compiled for several years. So scrolling through here, like this is 2019, but you can find stuff from way back in 2015, just all kinds of different here's 2016, all kinds of different information. So what you can do in Health and Hope is you can come up here and you can search right here in this group, search. And you can search thyroid. And this will show you all the posts in Health and Hope about thyroid issues. And you can read up about how Plexus has been helping those with thyroid issues. So you can do this with a myriad of different things. You can search thyroid, you can search ulcerative colitis, you can search indigestion, you can search all those things. So this group, this Health and Hope, is run by some leaders on our team. Renewed Hope, that's the hope part. And so these are run by leaders on our team. So it's a little bit smaller group than this group that I'm about to take you to. Gut health and happiness. This group right here is massive. There is 78,000 people in here. This is run by several diamond groups, and it is the same thing as Health and Hope. It's just on a bigger scale. You can search thyroid issues here. You can search pain and inflammation. You can search just anything. The Lyme disease. This is an amazing story. This gal's story I have read before. And these were all the pills, guys. Do you see all this? These were all the pills that she was taking on a regular basis for Lyme disease. And she got rid of all of them because she started Plexus. Isn't that phenomenal? Like, doesn't that just give you goosebumps? So really super exciting information here. And these stories though, please pay attention to what I'm about to say. These stories in here, they're in a group for a reason. They are people's personal experience. So don't share them publicly, but you can share them privately in private messages with people. Now, what I like to do is say, oh man, I have an amazing Lyme disease testimony. If you'd like to hear it, let me know. And I'll post that on my page or post that in my stories. And if somebody says, yeah, I want to know about that, then I can send it to them privately. But don't post these big testimonies on publicly on your Facebook page because it's non-compliant, and I don't want compliance to come after you. so, those Facebook pages are a huge resource for you guys. If you are just wanting to focus in on your health journey, you're not interested in working the business, Gut Health and Happiness and Health and Hope are where you're going to find a ton of information. And then Renewed Hope, that's where you can come in and ask questions and talk about dosage. And maybe you need to switch some things up. That's where you're going to want to ask those questions. Okay, let me stop screen sharing here for just a minute. What time do I have? Okay. Oh, one more thing I wanted to point out. Hold on just a second. In Renewed Hope is there is this unit in here on, and this, I'm going to clean all this up, but one thing that is going to stay is in-depth product information and our detox. What is detox? This is a great resource. Check it out. This will be very encouraging for anyone starting their products for the first time and figuring out, hey, I got some changes going on and I'm noticing some stuff. What's up? This is what you want to plug into. So I know that we've watched this before, but just for our newbies, I wanted to introduce you to Brooke Hemingway's YouTube. Her YouTube is amazing. She is a nurse and her husband is a doctor, an ER doctor, and she's got some great videos. I love sharing these videos with people. If somebody says, well, what's Plexus? Send them this video. If somebody is just a new ambassador and they're getting started, watch this video. These videos are absolutely amazing for information. And Brooke goes over hormone help and blood sugar balance, digestion help with Brooke Hemingway. So these are awesome videos by Brooke Hemingway, and I love her input. So I just wanted to point out, you can go to YouTube, you can go to Brooke Hemingway, and you can watch her videos and use these for when people go, well, what's Plexus? Say, oh, I have a gal who is in Plexus and she's a nurse and her husband's a doctor. And this is her explanation of what Plexus is. And hey, you're getting started. I wanted to share this video with you. This is from a nurse's perspective of how to get started with Plexus. So let's go ahead and watch this really quick.
Hey everyone, my name is Brooke Hemingway. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I'm a 40-something-year-old mom of 6 kids. I'm really excited for you that you've decided to start your journey with Plexus, and my story is not unlike probably a lot of yours. Over 4 years ago, I was struggling with energy, mood, digestion, and just simply not feeling my best. I decided to give Plexus a try, even though I was really skeptical. And I've learned a lot of things along the way, and I want to share these tips with you as you're getting started on your products. No matter what system you've chosen or what products you've decided to start with, you have to understand that when you start a natural routine and regimen that has herbs and vitamins and minerals and probiotics, your body is not necessarily used to that quality of nutrition. We tend to eat a high calorie, low nutrition diet in the United States and throughout the world, honestly. So when you're taking in these are great plant-based supplements and natural ingredients, you can have some changes. Usually they're positive, but sometimes it makes you go, huh? What is going on? So I'm going to share with you some tips. Number one tip is be 100% consistent with your healthy lifestyle changes. Consistency truly is the key to success with these products and really with anything. You can't go to the gym once a week and expect amazing results. You can't eat your vegetables one day a week and expect to have beautiful skin. So 100% consistency. The second tip is be open to adjustments. What you started on may not be what you end up on. We have over 20 products. We have a solution for you. And while you're getting started on what we think is the best regimen, everybody is unique. And so we might shift and adjust the amount of products or the type of products or the amount of something that you take. Your body is a living, breathing organism. You are not a cookie, and this is not cookie cutter. So just be open to adjustments. The third thing is you really do need to have good communication with your friend who started you, right? They started you because they knew the products could help you. They want to help you. And so make sure you're communicating regularly with them because this is not a do-it-yourself project. The fourth thing is drink your water. I can't even stress how important water is. Your body is mostly made up of water, and many people live in a chronically dehydrated state. That can lead to you feeling more sluggish, being more tired, or you feeling like the supplements just aren't working when really your body is just dehydrated. The general recommendation is half your weight in ounces of water per day. The next recommendation is move your body, right? You've decided to make this healthy lifestyle change, and along with that comes the choice to either stay exactly the same and just put some good quality supplements into your body, or decide to adopt a healthy lifestyle. I am really all about moderation in all things. I'm not telling you you've got to go crazy and start exercising like a beast if that's not you, but can you move at least 20 minutes a day? The way that your body detoxes mostly is through poop, pee, and sweat. So we need to get you sweating and we need to get you peeing. That's why you've got to drink your water and move your body. Okay, the next tip is digestion. It is normal and healthy to go to the bathroom 1 to 3 times a day. I can't even tell you how many people have said, I go a couple times a week, and I'm like cringing inside because your body naturally needs to detoxify on a regular basis. So if you're going less than once a day or you're going back and forth and having trouble, work together with your sponsor to adjust your supplements to where you are regularly getting rid of wastes and toxins that are building up in your body. Okay, next, super important. We have to talk about your body not being a garbage disposal. So when you start this health routine, it is important that if you have a lot of bad habits, for example, with what you eat or drink, maybe too much alcohol, too much coffee, too much sugar, eating late at night, things like that, we've got to pick at least one thing at a time that we can improve on. If you are filling your body with garbage and then taking some supplements, yes, you will feel better, but you will feel even more better if you make some small adjustments along the way. The good thing is Plexus helps with all of these things. You're going to crave better. You're going to have better sustained energy. Your sleep is going to improve. All of these improvements will happen. And I guess my number one tip is listen to your body. If you feel those cues to eat less, to not binge, to get out and move, listen to those cravings. Don't fall back into your old habits because our lives are habit driven, right? So create those new habits, listen to the cues, and stay on track. Consistency truly is key. Giving your body 90 to 120 days to really turn over those cells and change your gut microbiome is the key to you finding lasting success. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to see your success story, and thank you so much for joining us in this amazing health journey.
Awesome. I love the way Brooke Hemingway explains that, and she touches on all the things. So I wanted to share that with you guys. All right, let's go ahead and stop screen sharing. We are waiting on Team Fire. They are going to go live here in about 7 minutes, and we are going to plug into Team Fire. They've got a great Zoom, not Zoom, a great spark call is what they call it. Hang on just a second. My kids are beating the wall outside of my door. Hold on. Hey, hey, I need you to go and I need you to put that back in the sink. Yes, please. Oh, careful. All right, go that way, please, so that you're not hitting the wall. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay. So I just wanted to open it up while we are waiting for Team Fire to come online. Who's got questions? How can I help? How can your community encourage you? Yes. Hold on just a second. Hold on.
Sheila says, hi, yes, I have a question.
Yes.
No, can't hear you.
Oh, hold on.
She says, but okay, well, I'll do my best and see in sign language then. My question was about the video. And so I've learned and understand that Plexus
I'm trying to think. Okay, if I were to stick a video of my son and my experience right there, and how can I do that video with my birth and I'm deaf, styling it on the closed caption?
Okay, so you're wanting to make a video for yourself?
Yes, yes.
That's just like Brooke Hemingway's?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say, you ready for this? Don't. Use Brooke Hemingway's.
I'm gonna make it plain. I'm gonna make it plain and future after I got. So, right now we start, like my face or my shape, whatever. Then I want to make a video and share with others.
Oh, yes. Okay. So you can make a video and share your testimony with others?
That's right.
Okay. Okay. I know with YouTube, if you record yourself and upload it to YouTube, it will do automatic captions. And then you can go there and fix the captions.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
Yes. So I would suggest doing that. All right. Any other questions? I'm looking. You might have to jump out at me if I don't see you. Okay, let me. Oh.
So Sheila's speaking again.
I am the owner of the business, the Roman business. And I'm doing it for 2 years. So I want to learn more about Plex to help another. And that's why we're talking about the video. And so they tried the Plex or myself together and explain to help another people to understand why we are taking the Plex.
Mm-hmm.
What reason? The gut, lose weight, healthy, build pretty, pretty. That's what I want to learn more about that.
Wonderful.
A little difficult for me to focus on Plex while I'm doing my own business. It's a little bit harder. I'm gonna do my best.
Awesome. I'm really excited you're here, Sheila, and that you are learning all you can and working this. And I know you can do it. I know you can do it in the nooks and crannies of your life and figure out how to make it work. So I'm excited you're here and you're plugging in, and that's what's going to help. I am going to check into Teamfire here and see if they are live. We've got about 2 minutes and they're going to show up here. Let's see here.
Okay.
Here. Oh, no, that was.
I have a question, Iris.
Yes.
All right, so when you have a new ambassador enroll, and how many groups do you sign them up for? Add them to?
That's a good question. When you have a new ambassador just enrolled, I usually check in with them. Always sign them up, put them into
Right.
Renewed Hope. I always say, hey, I just added you to my group. And it's a great place to stay connected and ask questions. So I automatically put them into Renewed Hope. And then I will kind of feel it out a little bit. If I have a testimony that I found in Gut Health and Happiness or Health and Hope, I'll say, hey, I'm going to add you to this group so that I can tag you in this testimony because I think it would be a really big help for you as you're on your health journey. So I kind of naturally flow into adding them to a group, but I try not to add them to 6 groups like right when they sign out. That's just overwhelming. So I would say two groups, maybe 3. If the person shows interest in getting their products paid for, get them into the Plexus New Ambassador community. If they are more interested in just the products, start with either Gut Health and Happiness or Health and Hope, but always into Renewed. So
Right.
that's what I would say.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Good question. All right, I'm double checking here. I'm just going to refresh the page because it's 5:31. She should be in here. Oh, there she is.
Otherwise,
Okay.
I kind of got like a little bit giddy. Goodness gracious, we all had issues ourselves, people in our lives like that. That's just a big deal to everyone. And so those stories are the best. So I'm going to let her speak on that. She's going to share a little bit of her business story too, because you guys, she's Senior Ruby, kind of a big deal. We don't want to overlook that little amazing detail. So I asked her to share some tips with us too as encouragement to us. So go ahead, Janessa. Tell us where you're from, a little bit about yourself.
Hello, I am Janessa Mitchell. I live in North Central Washington in Tiny Town, USA, and I love it. It's where my husband's from, and I didn't think that I would like it because it's smaller than my high school, but it was good. I am a mom of 3 young boys, 4, 2, and 3 months. I am a massage therapist by trade, so I am in the business of healing people, and I am drawn to that. Natural healing and gut health and inflammation it's kind of my jam, which is where Plexus was really a big draw for me. I started on my gut health journey long before Plexus. I was in my early 20s, I think 22, when I ended up in the hospital for 4 days with undiagnosed gut issues. The doctors told me, they said it looks like Crohn's, but it's not. Basically, you're too young to be this sick, and sent me on my way. That was kind of like the basis of it. Well, you're too young to be this sick, so deal with it. And it was like, wait, what? They looked, it's not Crohn's, which is an autoimmune, and I feel for anybody, but it had symptoms like Crohn's. So I started on my journey a little bit. I wish I knew more because having gallstones, crazy. So something wasn't working right. And they removed my gallbladder. So I wish I knew more where I could have prevented some of that. But that goes to show that my gut wasn't working properly. It still wasn't working properly, definitely not working properly after that. I went years trying to, and I worked in chiropractic offices that offered great probiotics, prebiotics. I knew all about that, enzymes. I started on that for a few years, and everything kind of just eased the situation. It was like I wanted to. I was young and I wanted to live my life. I tell people I didn't want to grow up, so that's why I didn't want to stop eating the gluten or the dairy. I didn't want to grow up. But enter, I got
Sorry guys, I don't know where the sound is going. They can hear her, but we can't. Brandon, you can't hear her, right? This is so weird. I know that Brenda can and everybody can. I don't know why we can't hear her.
Maybe just try refreshing the Facebook page.
Okay.
I was young and I wanted to live my life. I tell people I didn't want to grow up, so that's why I didn't want to, maybe like once or twice a week, which I thought was normal. And I'm now hearing that from so many people that they think that's normal too, and it's not. So that started, I started going every day. I had, like I said, the energy. My mood was lifted. My hormones were balancing. I could not wait to share this with everybody I knew. And then I've now had 2 Plexus pregnancies, 2 Plexus postpartum times that have been phenomenal. My weight loss has been pretty easy. Like, I don't know if that's Plexus or just whatever, but it just fell right off. And
oh, my stars.
And that was so exciting because it's such a huge blessing to our family's finances. Moving out here to Tiny Town, USA, we went down to 1 income. I was home and we made some choices where it was, no, this is important. This is, and then I was like, but I need to bring something to my family. And Plexus answered prayer. God brought it to me. And I'm now able to make more money than I was making as a massage therapist. And I get to help people from afar. I get to do the same kind of things too, where I help with their inflammation, I help with their gut health. It's just been this huge, huge blessing. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to bring something to my family. And Plexus answered prayer. God brought it. The entire day is kind of how I have to make it work for me.
And honestly, it's probably what most people would say, unless they're like, empty nesters sitting at home all day. That's the only person who could like set aside hours and hours and hours. We all have to do the 5 to 10 minutes. I think.
Oh, so frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. My computer is like, I can hear it whirring in the
back
background.
when you
There
were
it goes.
feeling like you described, people wouldn't have thought you were sick, or that in that position.
I'm so sorry. I think it's my computer, because they can obviously hear each other, and nobody in the chat is saying they can't hear them. So my computer is working extra hard and it just seems to not be connecting well. I wonder if I can hotspot and if that would help. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But I am. That's where I am watching there, Lorene. I'm in the Facebook page.
somebody ever that they may not need the products, because everyone does, right? We always say if you have a gut, you need Plexus. So big.
Oh.
And your business is completely to do at home. But what a purpose buddy ever that they may not need the products, because everyone's
on my list, and that has really subsided. I was on medication before, and that seemed normal to me. So that's even in there too, where it's like, oh, you don't even see that looking at somebody, but it's been an incredible journey.
Yeah, we don't know how many people are on medication, because it's not something you're going to easily or quickly talk about, probably, to just everybody. So thank you so much for sharing. And
Yeah, thanks for having
I
me.
just want to say it before you go. At your stage in life, 3 little boys, it's exactly where I was when I decided to take control of my time, to do something about an actual routine and schedule. I think I was expecting baby number 4. So
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I keep hearing stuff on my computer. I don't know. I hate technology. I have no idea. My computer is like whirring like crazy. I don't even know what it is doing.
Try to express in as concise a way as I can what is on my heart when I think about time. And the reason I brought up this subject is because of beginning of a year, redeeming the time because of the condition of our country and our world. I think that's on a lot of our minds right now. We don't know what our future holds. But what are some of the things that are most important to you that you can control? Those of you who miss Leaders Retreat and hearing from Henry Cloud, you've probably heard a lot of us talking about him already. I thought it was him that shared on there. There's just so many, but I was thinking, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. We need to focus on what we can control, because we can't control so much. We can control nothing, I should say, about what's going on in the world around us. But we can control what's going on in our own little world. And I want to bring it down to your own home. So I'm speaking especially to you as a mama or a wife, someone who is in charge of your home. But even if you're single or, maybe a daughter living at home or whatever, where you're just wanting to build your business, I think you can learn so much from this too, because it's what you can control. We all have 24 hours, and that's what I want you to focus on. So right now, what's most important to you and your family? I'm guessing health is pretty high on the list, right? And we've all got that covered with Plexus. Let's stay super consistent and faithful, and let's keep learning all we can about the products, because that is often, for us, a very high priority for our family. And then secondly, because of uncertain future, I think now is the best time to think about extra income for your family. While it can also take your mind off of the things around you that you can't control and gives you something purposeful to focus on. So you, in turn, are offering health to friends and family, because everyone's looking for just some hope right now. And you get to be that person to do that and support other mamas who are wanting to support their families' health. So you get to do that, and you get to bring income in for your family, because just that alone right now can take away just a little bit of anxiety and stress and uncertainty for your husband, for your whoever will be impacted the most with you bringing in a little bit of that income. That's what I want you guys to think about. And along with that, the main thing I want you to think about is urgency. I want you to all have a sense of urgency. Now, granted, I would have said this 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago. I would have told you this if I would have been on training and I want to talk about time and I want to talk about your business. And you've probably heard this from me before. but I want you to have a sense of urgency. Now, I'm the kind of person that if I see an opportunity, like this can be done, I'm ready to grab a hold and do it, which is sometimes not a good thing. Sometimes it takes, well, let's think this through a little bit. And that's what my husband is for in my life. Let's think about this. But I think now with our business is honestly, what? Why would you not? I want you to think of any good reason, if you can, of why now is not a good time to reach out and share Plexus and build your business. People are a little bit distracted with things going on in the world and not knowing what's going to happen in the near future. But regardless, really, what happens, I feel like our company is going to be strong. The things that Plexus has planned for us this coming year is going to work. And it's so doable for you at home. So I hope I've established this sense of urgency. Now I want you to think about urgency for we have this little stack of conversation cards that we keep on our coffee table. It's a nice little part of the Christmas gift I received from my upline this year. And one of the questions was, if you had 5 years left to live, what would you change about your life? What would you do differently? And when one of my kids was going through those cards, they asked me that question. I stopped and I really couldn't hardly think of anything I would change if I knew I had 5 years left. I don't say that to sound like amazing or anything, but I am 48 years old. I've raised 11 children. I'm still raising some younger ones. I've established a lot of things in my life.
Every time my computer gets louder, the sound goes out.
Right now.
Oh, there it is.
And some of the, honestly, probably the only thing I would say I would change is just spending more time doing things with my family, with the people I most care about, keeping them close to me and living life. I think that's what so much about. But I want you guys to think about that for a little bit when you think about urgency. Do you feel a sense of urgency to maybe do something about here and now that can affect you in 5 years from now? Speaking of priorities and urgency, I'll just never forget when my father, this has been quite a few years ago, I want to say, well, 8 years ago, I think, was diagnosed with cancer and only given a few months to live. Some of the things that he was most concerned about taking care of in the short time he had was spending time with his family and taking care of the debt that he had. He was very concerned about leaving his wife with a lot of debt. Thankfully, he had a lot of amazing friends and family who pitched in and helped deal with that so he could have that peace before he left. But it just reminded me what you want to take, or what about your life, a short time to live. What are the things that maybe down the most that you would
Sorry guys, every time my computer gets louder, it goes down. So I think I'm needing to do an update on my computer. I apologize. I don't think it's on Brenda's end. I think it's on mine. So it's 5:47, and this has been, from what we could hear, it was a good spark call. I'm going to go ahead and pause, Brenda, because I do want to wrap up a few things with you guys before you go. Sorry about that. I will get my husband working on my computer and update it, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. I'm just glad that my computer is not glitching for us and that you guys can still hear me. So One thing that I wanted to talk about before we go is we have some exciting things coming up in Renewed Hope. We want to partner with you. We want to link arms with you and encourage you to reach your goals, whether that's health goals or business goals. So we are going to be starting up a new group for focused business builders. You will be hearing from us very soon about this. So get ready because we're going to start talking about it and we're going to start inviting you to join this group for business builders. And this is going to be an accountability group. So it's going to be one that when you just say, okay, pick me, I want to be in this group, you have to be ready for accountability. And if you get in that group and you're like, oh, wait, I don't know if I'm ready for this, it's okay. We will just say, you know what? Jump in next quarter. We're going to ask you to leave the group. Just jump in next quarter and we'll add you back in here. Now, that means you'll stay in Renewed Hope and you'll stay in our leaders chat and we're still here for you. It's just you won't have that extra responsibility, that extra accountability from the worker group. So keep that in mind. You're going to be hearing more about that and I'm super excited about it to share with you guys. And so we've got some exciting stuff coming up. So all right, guys, I am going to go ahead and let you go. If there's any questions really quick, please feel free to ask questions and I will see you in the leaders chat. And hopefully our next Zoom is the 28th. The 28th is our next team Zoom. So I will see you in 2 weeks. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Talk to you guys later. Hey, Brandon, can